Welcome, Libra. This is your weekly focus for June the 11th through to the 17th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's see what the cards say about the energy that surrounds you and how to utilize it in a positive light in order to go forward on our path. Three of Pentacles. Okay, we're making the plan. We're burning the midnight oil. We're giving it what it needs. We're not trying to take the shortcut. We're visualizing our dreams. So if you are not journaling, journal. If you are not making a list of your priorities, make it. If you're not writing in a gratitude journal, start. King of Swords. Well, what is that commitment? What is that new seed that you want to plant come this new moon? Immediately the number 13 popped into my head because it's on the 13th. So I guess I have to pay attention to it even though I tried to ignore it because it's stuck in my brain now. Now that is the death card. It's ruled by Scorpio. Don't worry, we have Jupiter in Scorpio right now, digging down deep to our dreams and our goals and our deep desires and passions. And the expansion and how to expand that in our life. And so here we are, and we are before the King, who looks like he is ready to knight us on our path. To say that, yes, now we are a true warrior for our cause, for our path, for what we do, and we're making these commitments. We are a strong commitment. So, Libras, you tend to see the best of both worlds. And so it's so very hard at times for you to make a true commitment to one thing because you always see how the other can also be a benefit. So even though I don't see it here, stay in balance, believe in yourself, trust in yourself. You have what it takes. You know you do. And whatever that commitment is that you are trying to make to yourself, whatever that commitment is that you are making the plan for, that you have been thinking it through, that you have been growing it in your mind in some way, now's the time to really look at truly planting those new seeds. And maybe it's, taking that calculated risk. I've used that expression a couple of times now. Six of Swords. Six of Swords, you know what to do going forward. Yeah, along the way, you have sprung some leaks, and you figured out how to successfully keep that boat afloat. And now, yeah, there's work involved, right? There's not a motor, and we're alone in this boat. But this also says to me that your independence, that you can rely on yourself, that another would make you stronger, but you don't need them in order to get there. In order to go forward in the way that you want. That you can rely on yourself. And yes, it's always easier with another, but sometimes it's not possible. And that fear is now gone. You know that it's possible with you and you alone, if that's the road that it leads to. You can depend on yourself. You can go on the journey. This is definitely a travel card for many. So it's showing up in one of the first three cards. Maybe you're planning to take a trip. Maybe you're planning on traveling. Maybe you are entering a new job that travel is part of it. Maybe you're getting into a new relationship where travel is part of it. A hobby or an interest that you have to travel for. And you can depend on yourself. You've got this. Work and career. Now I call it work and career. Ooh, got the shadow side with what? The Three of Cups. Okay, I call it work and career, but it's what defines you. And so what two beautiful cards to come out for what defines you. If we were to meet, how would you define yourself? And most people will start with what they do at work or their career. But it may be that you tell me about your work within the community, or your relationships, or your home, or your family, your health, your spirituality. What would you tell me about yourself? What do you feel you want to, when people look at you? How are you defined? Now we have the shadow side came out first, and that is looking inward at a part of you. But this is bringing joy and happiness to a group of people, or a team, or this is more than one person. It could be a circle of friends, absolutely, or a small place where you work where there's certain people make up a team, but not essentially called a team. And this is bringing this great beauty not only into your own life, but into the lives of others, that you enrich through something that you're letting out for the first time, or you are, you're taking that calculated risk on yourself. Maybe you were shunned before when you tried to do it, or maybe you've just never tried for the fear of what might happen. And so you've always, so, let's put the quotation marks around procrastinated on whether or not to take a chance on yourself. If it has to do with other people, if it has to do with enriching somebody else's life, I would definitely be thinking about planting those seeds, because this is joy and happiness and celebration. So use that information, wherever you are within a group of people, and it is part of who you are. And, it could be the knitting group, for all I know, but uh, in some way, your talent or your ability or something about you or your own personal magic can be brought to the table to enrich everybody's life, or maybe you're coordinating something. Let's see what we have for love and relationships. So we have the Eight of Cups with the Five of Wands. So this is having a respect for yourself. This is saying that maybe you need to step into some new beginnings, to set some new ground rules, to discuss who you are and where you're going with somebody who may not have wanted that information or liked that information or respected that information before about you. With the Eight of Cups, we're moving forward. We are stepping into our dream of what love is, what passion is, what desire is, intimacy, support, love, respect, unity. And so we might be leaving, and it could just be our perceptions are changing. In what we accepted up till now when it comes to love and relationships. This is like the looking out and dreaming of the perfect soulmate. And since this is all relationships that we look at of who we love, It could be rewriting the rules. It could be teaming up with a whole new group of people. You know, the Five of Wands, it's almost like there's a lot of energy around groups here, and it really is showing up in love and relationships. Maybe it's finding your new place within the relationship. Maybe it's showing your abilities and talents within a relationship that makes people fall in love with you instead of battling with you, of appreciating you, seeing you in a new light, you taking off that mask. Remember, we had the shadow side there. Or in some way you always felt like you had to prove yourself and now you know you don't. That could be another way of taking these cards. So if you've always had this really good friend, but you always felt like you always had to prove your worth to them, you don't anymore. And if they don't like that, then it's time to find new friends. Because a friend would stand behind you regardless. They may give you advice against it, but they would still stand behind you. Spirituality, the Eight of Pentacles. So we get the Three of Pentacles for our overall, we get the Eight of Pentacles, which is really raising the bar on who you are, where you're going, the abundance that you want in your life. This is about raising the bar on the adventure of where you want to go, of what you want to do, of who you want to become, of what you want to step into. So New Moon Affirmations is all about raising the bar on your dreams, on your goals, on your expectations of abundance in your life. And yeah, here we are. We're burning the midnight oil once again in this one. And we're going over the plan. We're seeing where we can raise some kind of energy in it or move some time around so that we can do more focus on this area. We're looking at the plan. We're making sure we've covered everything. And we're raising the bar on our own expectations of what we can give to our own dream or goal or desire. And messages will come in and send messages out through reflection, through prayer, through meditation. Having that seemingly conversation with yourself. That conversation seemingly with yourself. Two of Cups for health and well-being. You could be making some really new choices in your health. Yes, this could be new relationships started in a health type atmosphere. So this would be a good time to see if you really want to join that gym or that volleyball team or that new group, that new community group. Get out and socialize a little bit. There could be new love through healthy experiences. So maybe when you're hiking, you're walking down that path for the first time, your eyes meet. Who knows? Love can happen at any time. What a beautiful place for this placement of this card, though, because this really says that you are moving into a whole new experience when it comes to your health, when it comes to your well-being. So maybe you're changing your diet completely. Maybe you are exercising more or doing a different type of exercise, incorporating exercise into your life. Maybe you found a way of dealing with some fears and anxieties in your life that allows you this new breath of air. Maybe it's some of the decisions you're making here, commitments that you're making to yourself that gives you this new sense of vitality. So you should be feeling alive this week. You should be more than able to embrace this energy, and the sky's the limit. And I don't think the sky is the limit. The universe may not be the limit for you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.